In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NHL games happening on October 14, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Tampa Bay Lightning face the Columbus Blue Jackets, with both teams looking to have great seasons in the Eastern Conference. The Lightning are hoping to appear in their 4th consecutive Stanley Cup final, but are hoping to rebound after losing the first game of the season. The Blue Jackets made the move of the offseason but lost by 3 goals in their opening night game. Both teams are hoping to be among the best in their divisions, and the upcoming game should be a great one as a result. The Lightning were carried by their offense last season, scoring 3.48 goals per game, but they struggled in their opening night game, scoring only 1 goal. While Steven Stamkos, Braden Point, and Nikita Kucherov combined for the Lightning's only goal and 2 assists to lead the top line, the rest of the forward unit struggled. The hope is that Alex Killorn and Nick Paul can step up as they help add depth to the offense, but were blanked in their first game of the year. While the offense let the Lightning down on the opening night, the defense also struggled, allowing 3 goals in the loss. While Victor Hedman and Eric Cernak led the top 2 pairings, the rest of the unit struggled, and the team missed Ryan McDonough, who added depth to the defense last year but was traded in the offseason. Moreover, Andrei Vasilevskiy looks to rebound after allowing 3 goals on 39 shots, as he was constantly bombarded in the first game of the season. The Blue Jackets had high hopes entering the season but had an awful opening night to start the year. Patrick Lane scored the only goal for the offense, and he is now dealing with an injury and will miss an extended amount of time. The hope is that Johnny Gaudreau and Boone Jenner can step up as they led the top line, with Gaudreau being the prize free agent signing but was hapless in his first game with the team. While the offense struggled, the defense, which allowed 3.62 goals per game last season, once again let the Blue Jackets down, allowing 4 goals in the first game. While Zach Werenski and Adam Bokvis led the top pairing, the rest of the defense struggled and allowed open shots on the net at will. The hope is that Elvis Merzlikins, who missed the opening night game, can step up in the upcoming game as he looks to improve off a year where he had a .907 save percentage and a 3.22 goals against average on 1920 shots. The Lightning are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference and look to prove why by bouncing back from a rough opening night and controlling this game from the first period. The Lightning should constantly find the back of the net, with Steven Stamkos, Braden Point, and the rest of the forward unit establishing a strong offensive zone presence and creating open shots with quick centering passes. The Lightning also look to limit a Blue Jackets offense that scored 1 goal in their recent game, with Victor Hedman, Eric Cernak, and the rest of the defensive unit stepping up and forcing turnovers in the defensive zone while limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Andrei Vasilevskiy to step up and make plenty of big saves. The Lightning should win the game with a much-needed bounce-back performance, so the Tampa Bay Lightning money line is our full game side pick. Both teams are carried by their offenses, and they both look to rebound from 1-goal performances and find the back of the net at will. The Blue Jackets look to step up and create plenty of scoring chances, with Johnny Gaudreau, Boone Jenner, and the rest of the forward unit creating open shots on the wing and finding the back of the net with quick shots in the offensive zone. The Lightning, who averaged 3.48 goals per game last year, should run up the score, with Steven Stamkos, Braden Point, Alex Killorn, and the rest of the forward unit crashing the net and creating open shots with great passes in the offensive zone to overwhelm a Blue Jackets defense that allowed 4 goals in their previous game. This will be a high-scoring game, with both offenses stepping up. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Montreal Canadiens versus Detroit Red Wings. The Montreal Canadiens face the Detroit Red Wings, with both teams looking to improve from last season. The Canadiens were the worst team in the NHL last year but have already kicked off the year strong with an opening night win, while the Red Wings are hoping to reach the playoffs after coming up short in a disappointment last season. Both teams are looking to start the season out on the right foot and build up a strong record, particularly in the Atlantic Division. We've got a small slate of games last night, but let's take a look at this matchup and make it a profitable one. The Canadiens and Red Wings were two of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference last season. But there is plenty of reason for fans in Hockey Town to be optimistic. Detroit made plenty of noise in the offseason, and coupled with the young talent they already have, they should show out for their season opener. The Habs already opened up their season in Montreal against the Maple Leafs and now have to travel into the hostile environment of Little Caesars Arena. The Wings' home ice may not have the most intimidating name, but opponents should be more fearful than they were last season. Detroit's season-long points total is even set 10 points higher than they achieved last year, so odds makers agree. First and foremost, the Wings will be returning Moritz Seider, who won the Calder Trophy for the Rookie of the Year last season, and Lucas Raymond, who was another candidate for the award. Those two young skaters will now have the experienced talent of David Perron and Andrew Kopp alongside them. They came over from the Blues and Rangers, respectively, who were two impressive playoff teams last year. Along with the core of Dylan Larkin and Tyler Bertuzzi Detroit has built from within, the Wings are set to have a much better season. Meanwhile, a summary of the Canadiens' offseason moves can be summarized as virtually non-existent. Montreal had an impressive win in their first game of the season, but they will be on the road and take on the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit has had Montreal's number recently, winning 5 out of the last 7 meetings. Detroit has some young talented players. Lucas Raymond was 3rd in points, tied for 2nd in goals, and 4th in assists among all rookies in the league last year. Moritz Seider was 4th in points and 1st in assists among all rookies in the league. Ville Husso will be the new starting netminder for Detroit. He had a 25-7-6 record with a 2.56 goals against average and .919 save percentage last season. Playing at home and having the Canadiens' number recently, Detroit will take care of business in this game. So the Detroit Red Wings money line is our full game side pick. The total for this matchup is much less straightforward than the side. Both of these teams struggled to stop opponents from scoring last season, but both also never exactly lit up the scoreboard. The deciding factor in this play also supports Detroit winning this game. There was one other key addition for the Red Wings over the summer in goaltender Ville Husso. He came over from the Blues along with Perron and is a massive upgrade for Detroit. Husso was between the pipes for St. Louis to help lead them to the second round of the playoffs. He should have just as strong of a season with the aforementioned Seider leading the defensemen of the Wings. That entire front was bolstered with the addition of Ben Chariot, who came over from the Panthers. All he did was help Florida lock up the President's Trophy for the NHL's best record last season. With so many additions on Detroit, they should be much stronger on all fronts, including them keeping the Habs off the scoreboard. Both defenses struggled last year, but I see both goaltenders stepping up and limiting two offenses that struggled last year. The Red Wings look to limit the Canadiens' offense with Moritz Seider, Philip Hronek, and the newly aligned defense creating turnovers and the blue line and limiting the Canadiens from finding quick shots on the net, while offseason addition Ville Husso makes plenty of big saves in the net. The Canadiens, meanwhile, should eliminate a Red Wings offense that averaged only 2.77 goals per game last year, with David Savard, Kaiden Guhle, Jordan Harris, and the rest of the defense forcing turnovers in the neutral zone and defensive zone, while goaltender Jake Allen blanks shots on the net. This will be a surprisingly low-scoring game with both defenses and goaltenders stepping up. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.